We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Baltimore Orioles and the Houston Astros. Baltimore hope to put a lid on their 7-game losing streak. Coming up next. Zach Davies, a Washington-born right-hander, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Austin Hayes the next to bat, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
The center fielder, Austin.
And the pitch. Line to the right side. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
Stepping in now, Adley Rutschman, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Davies has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake-bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly. Just like that, they take the lead.
Anthony Santander the next to bat. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, you better look out for that cleanup spot. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now. And by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
And here's Renato Nunez as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their...
High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Springer, and this one is gone. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run here in the early going. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
Yusniel Diaz is the next to bat. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Brantley. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
That is it. The right fielder, number 6, Steven Duggar.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Ran one in on him there as this is hit softly to third. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The O's lead this thing 3-0. DL Hall will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
You know, Matt, I think this guy really is looking for a redeemer in this one. Went into the 6th inning in this last start, couldn't quite get out of the 6th, end up taking the loss, and I'm sure that hurt, and he's expecting a lot more out of himself in this start here today.
Here comes the second baseman, Jose Altuve, to get things kicked off in the home half of inning number 1.
The second baseman, Jose.
Here's the first pitch to him. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they have not been playing all that well, to put it charitably, as they come into this one losers of 7 straight games.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
The 1-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield. He's got it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He's averaging over an RBI game over his last 10, and I'll tell you what, that's being a total difference maker. It seems like every time he has a runner on base, he's relaxed. He understands what he's trying to do, and he's driving most of it in. Very dangerous right now.
And here's the left-handed hitting Michael Brantley. Ademan ranging into the outfield. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Yordan.
Striding forward now is the DH, Yordan Alvarez. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
That's a great pitch for a spot like that. It looks like a strike, then it just comes in out of the zone. If you can command that with movement, it's a very effective pitch to pitching hitters inside.
But an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They trail it here 3-0. In now for the O's, Ronald Guzman comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Drilled right back up the middle, reined in. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Yeah, and when the ball left the bat, you figured it was a routine out, but that's how quickly things can change. As it stands, there's a runner on second base and a base hit away from coming home.
Runner at second now as a result of the error, and set to go is the second baseman, Jack Mayfield. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Count even now at 1-1. Guzman leads off second with nobody out. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's going to get the job done. It's a base hit, and he is safe at the plate. It's now a 4-0 game.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
At the plate now, Aramis Ademan to second for one, on to first, and they turn the double play.
Up next for the Orioles, The center fielder, Austin Hayes.
So base is empty now after the double play. And standing in the outfielder, Austin Hayes. Ball one.
Count 1-0.
Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now. Now here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. And here's Soler to make the grab, and that will end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Orioles are on top, 4-0. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring up Jorge Soler to hit next.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Duggar's there for it. 1 down.
Batting fifth. The third
All right,
baseman.
let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
And that'll bring up Alex Bregman as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Chopper to short. Fielded cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and the former #1 overall pick in American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa, bats next. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Guzman has a play, and the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're down 4-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Adley Rutschman. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
Rutschman.
Now here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Stepping in, Anthony Santander, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
0-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Into the box, Renato Nunez, as he'll watch a curveball that bends in there under his hands at strike 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Runners on first with one down. A 2-1 count to Nunez. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner in first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Fly ball out toward left center field. There to pull it in is Brantley, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for the Orioles, the designated hitter, BAL.
And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Yusniel Diaz. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. And that misses ball 1. Diaz, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Line drive to left. Brantley is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 4 and the Astros nothing. George Springer the next to hit. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home 3rd.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Tight break with the slider there, catches the inside for a strike. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. Now here's the pitch. This one's down to 3rd. Scooped up. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting 8, the catcher, Corey.
Next up for the Stros, Corey Lee. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. A ball and no strikes. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one. 2-1 now.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 9, the first baseman, Yomo.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And moving into the batter's box next will be Yomer Sanchez. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Sanchez is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Hit the other way out toward right field. Duggar will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They trail here 4-0. Striding in once again, Steven Duggar. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The right fielder, number 6.
Here comes the first pitch.
Duggar.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
And that misses 1-1. lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. This is line to left, but coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Ronald Guzman. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and that is down, as that could be two bases. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
At the plate, Jack Mayfield. And he takes ball one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Lofted in the air out toward right center. After it is Soler. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Orioles.
Ready now for Baltimore. Aramis Ademan. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And Altuve will put the squeeze on this one, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. They lead it 4-0. So up to the plate next will be Jose Altuve. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
High and deep down the left field line. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Smoke toward third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and a good throw gets him one gone.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael.
Striding in for Houston, Michael Brantley. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music. Up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
The 1-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Yordan.
Next will be the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez, coming off a season in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger at DH. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, one error so far for the Astros. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You've got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
The next 1-2 pitch.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
You know, these kind of at-bats can drive you crazy when you're on the mound. I mean, he's been ahead of him pretty much the whole time, but he just can't put him away. Not only that.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Austin Hayes. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Hit hard on the ground to second. Altuve has it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Good range shown off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
Digging in to try it again, Adley Rutschman. First delivery to him on the way.
It's no wonder this guy's pitch count is so low. If they keep swinging on the first pitch, he's got a real chance to go deep into this one.
Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now back, left fielder, Anthony Santander.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Santander. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. In there, a base hit. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
As we take another look here, you can see it's a two-seam fastball running away from him at the plate. So he does the smart thing, not trying to pull it or just rolling over it, just goes with it and has enough juice on it to drive it for a double.
Here comes the Astros skipper up out of the Houston dugout. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Taijuan Walker, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 99, Taijuan Walker.
In now, Renato Nunez.
Nope.
And a ball 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. And they'll tack on one more as this is now a 5-0 game.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher's standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning, the next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, and you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double, finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Walker playing here in his age 29 season. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Orioles lead it 5-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Astros offense with Houston's manager, and he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Astros,
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Jorge Soler.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
Fastball just misses. That's ball one.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Popped him up. Guzman in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Now here it comes. A bouncer up the middle. And there's the first hit of the game for Houston.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Digging in now, Alex Bregman. First offering on its way. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
And this one misses as well, and that pushes it to 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance, and that is off the wall. Soler is on his way home. He comes across to score as the gap shortens to 4 now.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI 2-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
Here's Carlos Correa now. Popped up. Guzman has room in foul territory. 1 out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So a runner aboard at second here with 1 away. And former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, it's off the third base bag. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit, and they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by the third baseman right there, selling out to try and save extra bases for the pitcher, but it got through.
So now to the plate, Corey Lee, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. And it's 1-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Good time to try to put the ball down in the strike zone. You can either get a strikeout or a potential double play ball.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning. Standing in now, Yolmer Sanchez, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Astros pick up a run on the RBI double. 5 innings complete. It's the Orioles 5 and the Astros 1. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the outfielder, Steven Duggar. First pitch coming, here it is.
That's the ball. Count 1-0.
The 1-0. That one's going to find the seats, strike one. And this is popped up near second base. And there's your first out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 12, Ronald Guzman.
Digging in once again, Ronald Guzman. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Tough to do much with that one. A swing and a miss.
Good luck with that pitch. That pitch is an absolute nightmare. Almost unhittable. Nasty downward action. High 80s velocity.
Count now a ball and a strike. Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
Nope, that's a ball. Count is 2-1.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Brantley is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Jack.
Ready for another shot now, Jack Mayfield. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Strike one to start the at-bat. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game, but this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hit on the ground out to short. Reined in. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gun.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael.
Here's Michael Brantley. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box now, Yordan Alvarez, as he hits one on a line to left field. And that's in there, base hit.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's gone a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. He'll wind up lasting just 1 out into the 6th inning, but he'll leave with the lead and was effective in this one. Chase Goslin takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. In is Jorge Soler, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. On the ground to third. There's one. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Stepping in, Aramis Ademan. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
Ball, that's inside.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Into the box, Austin Hayes. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. It's up and out of here into the archways. A solo shot here to left. Second home run early in the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Well, before that homer, he was on autopilot, retiring 5 hitters in a row. Just goes to show you 1 lapse, 1 bad location, and all of a sudden you're licking your wounds a bit.
Adley Rutschman will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Here's the pitch. Hit back up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Stepping in now, Anthony Santander, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. 2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I gotta believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
2 balls and a strike. Line toward the alley in left center. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. And the throw in from Brantley will not be in time. He's in there at third base.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice has melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
Framber Valdez comes on to pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th. In now, Renato Nunez, as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Nunez brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. A ball and a strike. Valdez, 28 years old. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1. To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. Altuve for 1. On to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Orioles add on thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Orioles 6 and the Astros 1. Into the box now, Alex Bregman. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Under it is Hayes, and that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, the shortstop, Carlos.
So striding forward now, Carlos Correa. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here's the first pitch to him.
Well, that's off the plate.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Skied into very shallow right. Duggar in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 4.
Here's George Springer, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
It's pretty tough for a hitter to go up there looking for a first pitch changeup. And a good job of dropping it in for strike 1.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
To 1-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a sinker, called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. And we're back in Houston. Welcome back to Minute Maid Park as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters. From their approach, to their swings, to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Ready to begin the 8th, and striding forward the designated hitter, Yusniel Diaz. Here's the first pitch to him. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. The pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Again, a 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Grounded to third. Bregman has it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The right fielder, number 6, Steven.
Ready for another chance? Steven Duggar. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. This ball will be chopped foul. Here's a ground ball out to the shortstop, Correa. And that's the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ronald.
Stepping up now, Ronald Guzman. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. In now, Corey Lee. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Throw to first in time, and the bunt attempt is foiled.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
Digging in, Yolmer Sanchez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0. One out, nobody on. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
Count even at 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a liner. A quick glove at third, and there were 2 gone.
The batter, the second baseman, Jose.
So 2 gone now in the Houston 8th, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. Slow little roller to third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 9th inning coming up. Baltimore's out in front, 6-1. Roberto Ozuna enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball one. Runs that slurve of his inside, and it's 2-0.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those two pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
2-1 the count. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Springer has a read on it. 1 out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Aramis.
Digging in, Aramis Ademan. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here comes the first pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, the center fielder, Austin Hayes.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Austin Hayes. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. 2 out, nobody on. Line toward right center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
First game of a new series, and he's already sitting on 3 knocks right now. The pitching staff might have to make an adjustment going forward.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. At the plate now, Adley Rutschman, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Brentwood will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. They lead it 6-1. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Michael Brantley. Tanner Scott will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Now pitching for Baltimore, number 66, Tanner Scott.
Rio Ruiz has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new 3rd baseman.
Now playing third base, number 15.
Andrew Velasquez is also into the game as he takes over at short.
Now playing shortstop.
From the stretch. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Here it comes. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
Duggar is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. 1 away.
designated hitter, Yordan.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Good hard slider at 88. It's 1-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
This is swung on and popped up. Crossing into foul territory now behind third. Just foul. The 1-2.
2-2 now.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Standing in now, Jorge Soler, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it. Throw on to first, and the Orioles have finally found their way back into the win column as this ball game is over.
Well, listen, there's no doubt they were pressing during that 7-game losing streak, but that's behind them now. Now they can play a little bit freer, which is the way this game is supposed to be played anyways.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. Baltimore jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. D.L. Hall earns his first win of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Orioles, 6 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Astros, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.